sorry about that. In the last episode with the cutoff, that was unfortunate. But anyway, to continue what I was saying from the last episode into this one, since as we all know I batch record, I know how to do his side quest. It is, you talk to him there, then you talk to him in the Cathedral Ward, and then, once you're in the Cathedral Ward, not once you're in there, but if you bring him a Canehurst summons that is sealed, if you bring him a summoned sealed Canehurst summons, then you can continue his side quest by, well, you can give it to him or you can refuse to give it to him. Because in Castle Canehurst, there is the Queen, who is a Vile Blood, who he has sworn to kill. Like, he's sworn to eliminate the Vile Bloods. It's just what he does. But if you're one of them, and like, you know, a Vile Blood, you have to protect your Queen. So you're forced to kill him. Or, I think even if you are one of them, you can give him the invitation and allow him to go kill her. But you can just resurrect her. I think that's what allows you to kill him. It's either that or you just, you know, don't. I don't know. But, I don't remember if there's a time where he becomes hostile and just attacks you outright. Like, without being provoked. Like, I'm pretty sure, if my memory is serving me correctly, that you, in every case, have to be the first one to attack him. Like, you have to throw the first punch, but so then he's just defending himself. But just like in Dark Souls, I don't know why you'd willingly attack an NPC. I mean, I might attack him just because, you know, I like becoming a Vile Blood. I don't need those. I'll keep those. Don't need these. Keep that. Don't need this. Sell this stuff. Keep all those. Go level up. Go upgrade my weapon. And now it starts acquiring twin blood shards. Give it some blood. Give it a blood gem. Oh wait, I can afford 2 blood gems. I can put in 2 blood gems. Blood gems basically just increase your weapon and give it extra effects. Like fire damage and stuff. Like, it's basically like infusing your weapon in Dark Souls. You're giving it special effects that it wouldn't normally have.
Farewell, good mate.
But yeah, if you're going for like melee only, and you're only interested in doing melee attacks, strength, vitality, and vigor, I think it is, for your health, are the only ones that really matter. But if you want to use like other stuff, like magic and stuff, like arcane and things like that, I'm not too into those things, but hey, if you want to use them, then you can level up arcane and I don't remember all the stats. I know luck gets you better item discovery, which I might be interested in now that I know what item discovery does. And by might be interested in, I mean I am interested in item discovery, sorta. I mean, I'll put some points into it once I have my complete build. Because I think I'm going to be getting a complete build throughout this playthrough, because we have the Old Hunters DLC to get through too, and you get just a stupid amount of echoes. And then, you know, there's not that many echoes. These little dudes here, little crawling guys, they're basically the crystal lizards of this game. By basically, I mean they are the crystal lizards. They give you blood shards, or bloodstone shards, I mean, and allow you to upgrade your weapon further. Kinda like how I'm going to be treating the Titanite, like I did in Dark Souls 3. I'm going to be selling off any bloodstone shards that I don't need, as well as bloodstone chunks. Like, once my weapon is fully upgraded, that's it for me when it comes to those items, because I don't need them. I'd rather just sell them for the echoes, you know? Because it's basically just free blood echoes burning a hole in my pocket at that point, you know? And I don't really care much for keeping them for no reason. You know, like, there's literally no point in keeping them. I don't need them. And yes, I'm doing this drop again so I can get this one item, like, obviously, I mean, if you guys don't already know from how I played in Dark Souls 3, originally, I mean, not even originally, played through Dark Souls 3, I am a hoarder, through and through. I hoard everything. Especially in Bloodborne and Dark Souls 3, because you can sell those items that you get and don't want. Dark Souls 2 also, you know, I'm just a hoarder in these games. If it's an item, I pick it up. Except in Dark Souls 1, I did ignore quite a bit of the things. Oh, and by the way, we are going to be doing a Blight Town skip. Like, I'll fight the Gaping Dragon and everything, but I'm going... Oh, no, wait. To fight the Gaping Dragon, I have to go through Blight Town and everything. But yeah, this guy warns you. He's like, hey, turn back, hunter. Your kind ain't welcome here. And I'm like, whatever, dude. I go where I please. I go where I please, ass whistle. And then he starts shooting at you with a minigun. Good times. But yeah, Bloodborne, the beasts love their good old ambushes. Like this thing right here, that's a beast. I certainly didn't know that on my first playthrough. There's another one back here somewhere that attacks you when you're trying to grab this item. Or not. I think I'm a liar. It's either that or it's this guy who attacks you when you go over there. I think it's the guy I killed before he could have ambushed me. These green cloaked guys are pretty annoying because they poison you. But they're not so bad. You know, like, they're annoying, but whatever, you know? Also, it feels good to be able to take normal fall damage in this game. Unlike in Dark Souls 2, because Dark Souls 2 did something really stupid, wherein there's a place in Majula that you need to drop down to progress. So, and you can get to, like, really late, not even really late game, you can get to areas of the game you're not supposed to just yet, like, for example, you can get, not even for example, you can get to the Executioner's Chariot, the Skeleton Lords, and the Harvest Valley, which leads you to the Iron Keep, which all are very hard areas if you go there early. Or if you want to go there early, they would be extremely difficult. But since you go there, like, if you went there on the normal playthrough, they'd be pretty average. And their bosses aren't that bad, but if you went there early, they'd be, like, horrifying. It's like trying to suffer through the horrors of the catacombs in Dark Souls 1. But unlike that, where you get rewarded by fighting Pinwheel and just basically free souls, you would basically be punished for doing that, because everything there is ridiculously hard if you're early, which I was not. I went there when I was intended to, which was later. Or no, wait, that place doesn't lead to the Harvest Valley. It actually leads, I was wrong, it leads into the gutter in the Black Gulch, which has the Rotten in it. Which, if they want to go down there and suffer the horrors of those places early on, then I say let players do it. You shouldn't have just jacked up the fall damage, making it ridiculous, because there's an area in the game that you can get to extremely early if you go down there. Like, I'm talking, like, you fall like 5 feet, you take a ton of damage. Well, not a ton of damage, but you fall like 5 feet and you still take damage. Which is absolutely ridiculous. Like, You know that little jump from the top of the, I mean, not the jump, like, if you fell from the top of Firelink Shrine, right, in Dark Souls 3, it probably wouldn't kill you. It would hurt, sure, like, you would take a good bit of, I mean, a good bit of damage, you'd take some damage. But I'm pretty sure a fall like that in Dark Souls 2 would either outright kill you, or put you close to death. Depending on how high your vitality is. It would either straight up kill you, or put you close to death. Because their solution to having a hole in Majula that you can go down to get to later areas earlier is to jack up the fall damage so you can't go down it until you have a lot of health. I mean, in New Game Plus, we might fight the Rotten early. Just because the game doesn't want me to. Also, that's how you deal with that guy easily. Just shoot him off the edge. He drops a hunter badge and everything, but if you come back, if you go to the hunter's dream and then come back here, then it'll just be laying there on the roof where you shot him off. So yeah, if you want to deal with that guy easily, and basically make your first ever real hunter a joke, then just do that, shoot him off. But if you want to actually fight him, I bet he'd be difficult. I've always just knocked him off. Because it's easier. And free echoes and everything. Like, why take the path of resistance when I can just do the easy thing? Why put myself through a hard fight early game when I don't have to, is basically what my thinking is. Also, I was serious about ignoring that little messenger outfit you get from that place. From that little jump right there, because it is a lot harder than you'd think it is. Like, you'd think that jump wouldn't be very difficult, but honestly, it is very hard for me. I struggle with that jump genuinely. And don't worry, we're not just ignoring everything that came before this area. Because there's plenty of loot back there, and plus, that's where you get the Charred Hunter set. I don't even know what I said. That's where you get the Charred Hunter gear. So I'm gonna go back there to get it. I'm just opening up a shortcut to a later area so that we can get to that stuff easier in case I die. And plus, I'm probably gonna return to the Hunter stream, so yeah. I'd rather open it up now rather than later. So I can just progress smoother through this area. It's that door that we saw from our little climb up the ladder to knock old jackass minigun McGee off the edge. Because it doesn't open from that side in classic Dark Souls fashion. In classic Souls-like game fashion, I should say, because this is Bloodborne. In classic From Software fashion, there. That sounds better. You can't open it from this side. Also, what is that? Is that a hanging body? What the hell is that? I think that's... seriously though, what is that? I'm not quite sure what that is, and I kinda wanna go check it out, because it's an item. Alright, we'll check it out after we open up the shortcut. Also, you get a chalice here. For a chalice dungeon. Thumaru chalice? No, wait, you don't get a chalice. You get ritual blood. You get the chalice from the Bloodstarved Beast. Speaking of the Bloodstarved Beast, we will be fighting him in this episode. We will be killing him in this episode. Because I kind of want Bloodborne to be the fast-paced sister series to Dark Souls, where I kill a boss every episode. That will definitely be possible in Dark Souls 2. Honestly, it's probably possible that I'll be able to kill at least 2 bosses per episode. Because there's not a chance in hell I am progressing slowly through that game, so I can kill a boss every episode. At least one every episode. Because there's 40 goddamn 3 bosses in that game. Or not 42. There are 42 bosses in that game. No way am I doing that. And there are bosses like Lud and Sala, I think their names are, out in the frigid outskirts that will definitely take me a few attempts to get to, let alone fight. Anyways, now that shortcut's up and up. So yeah, but sorry for jumping all over the place. Bosses in Dark Souls 2 will be progressing very quickly. I will be progressing through that game quickly as hell. And yes, every boss will be killed, but not ignore, but to prevent the series from becoming, like, bloated and overly long, I'm going to try my best to kill multiple bosses an episode. I mean, there might be times where I just have to fight one boss in an episode, because it's hard. Like, for example, and there's bosses that get their own standalone episodes. For example, Fume Knight and Sarah. Unfortunately, our journey cannot be concluded by beating the Fume Knight and only the Fume Knight, because the only. Oh no, wait! I think I can actually get to Sir alone before I fight Fume Knight because I have the crown. Never mind. I think that's how it's going to go. I don't know, but possibly there is the possibility, and it's a pretty high possibility, that Fume Knight will not be the last boss we fight in our journey through Dark Souls 2. And for those of you who don't know, Fume Knight is generally considered the hardest boss in Dark Souls 2. And by generally considered, I mean he is considered by a lot of people the hardest boss in Dark Souls 2, because I've heard so much about how he takes hundreds of attempts. I've heard all kinds of horror stories. Honestly, I don't think he deserves that title, because I usually beat him within a few tries. Like, on my first ever attempt at fighting the Fume Knight, I beat him on my third attempt. I mean, I generally don't think he's that difficult. Same thing with Sir Alone. I mean, I thought Sir Alone was pretty damn hard on my first playthrough of the game, where I fought Sir Alone and everything. Like, I thought he was hard as hell, and I thought he was hard as hell as well in my playthrough for New Game Plus. But that was because he always did an attack I didn't know how to dodge, but now I know how to dodge it extremely easily, which just leaves him opened up for just being wailed on. That doesn't mean it's bad, though. I mean, I still like that boss, and I still love Fume Knight. And if I had the option, I would send off the game with Looking Glass Knight, because Looking Glass Knight is my favorite boss in Dark Souls 2. I should probably speak a little louder. Looking Glass Knight is my favorite boss in Dark Souls 2 because I don't know, I just like him. He's got that cool feel to him, and he's got the badass arena. He's just got everything I generally like in a good boss fight. He's not too difficult. Honestly, he's not difficult at all. He's pretty easy, honestly. But still, he still gives me that fun and fair challenge I look forward to in Dark Souls. Unlike the frigid outskirts, I mean, that boss fight I would have no problem with if it didn't require you to go through the frigid outskirts. Screw that. That boss will be getting either the standalone episode treatment, or the treatment that I give to places that I don't like going through, where I just kind of go through the area and then fight the boss. And I will not ever go through the frigid outskirts. I will go through the frigid outskirts on camera if I die to that boss. But that boss is being saved for nearly the last. Like, that boss fight, I hate. And I'm going to save for, like, literally right before I fight the Fume Knight. They will be my second to last boss fight, because I want to be at the strongest I possibly can without having to fight Fume Knight. to battle them. Like, I want to be as powerful as I can before then, you know? Obviously excluding Fume Knight and possibly fighting Sir alone as well. Like, if I can be at my near maximum power without farming and without fighting every boss before them, I'm obviously going to do that. What sucks about Dark Souls 2 is that every time you beat the game, you're forced to sit through the credits. So I do apologize that we can't just beat the final boss and then go straight to preparing for Fume Knight by getting right to the next boss. But you know, it is how it is. I'll probably end the episode while watching the credits. I'll end the episode, play the credits out, and then get back to it, and then take on Fume Knight and Sir alone, possibly Sir alone, as well as Lud and whatever. I'm probably going to raise my luck I'm going to raise my luck once I have all of three of my core stats at level 40 at the least. Not even at the least. All three of my core stats have to be at level 40 before I even consider raising luck. My core stats are strength, endurance, and vigor, I think it is called. I don't remember the name. I'm just used to saying vitality. My PlayStation's gonna need a good cleaning soon, because it's making a lot of noise. Anyone know how to clean a PlayStation, like without having to take it apart? Because I don't want to take it apart. The last PlayStation I took apart didn't work anymore after I put it back together. And even my dad, who knows how to take them apart and put them back together, couldn't figure out how to put it back together. And I don't want to sit there for hours on end working on it, trying to just clean it out, only for it not to work when I finally get it done, when I finally get done and put it all back together. Because let me tell you, that was soul crushing. So I'm going to try and look up ways to clean it up. Not clean it up, clean it out without having to use tools and take it apart and everything. And even if I do have to take it apart, I'm paying attention to that tutorial to the letter. Like, everything they say, I am following it to a T. Just so I can be sure that my PlayStation won't break when I put it back together. Like, I'm gonna keep track of what goes where, everything. Like, I'm gonna be so slow and methodical. Like, slower and more methodical than I've ever been about anything. But I probably would still need help because I need to blow off, like, the dust and everything. I might just do, like, the easy route that people do that I've heard is kinda dangerous for the PlayStation, which is just taking a vacuum to the back of it and sucking out the dust like that. I might just do that. I mean, anything to keep it cooler and quiet with it. Basically anything to keep it cool and keep the dust out of it. Because dust just like clogs the system and makes it heat up. And when it heats up, the fan turns on and the fan's really loud. Not really loud, but the fan's kind of getting loud. Like, it used to be pretty decently quiet, and now it's getting louder and louder. Like, because you can just tell there's more and more dust building up in there. But I really, really, really don't want to take it apart. Because, like I said, the last PlayStation that I took apart broke. And I cried. I genuinely cried because I had to buy myself a new one. And I lost every piece of progress in every game I ever played. Except for my trophies. I had my trophies and my friends and my account and everything still, but like I didn't have any progress in any of my games anymore, so I had to restart every single game. And let me tell you, if that was just insult to injury, it was salt on the wound. It was just crushing. It's bad enough my PlayStation broke. but I also had to redo everything. Literal years of progress and work in games. Possible. Like, I'm glad I'm never around. You know, like, how people purposefully go play games, like, all the time so that they can get, like, exclusive items that you can only get at that time. Because you know how games and company, like, you know how games are. The company wants you to play it a whole bunch and spend money trying to get it, so they put out items that will and things that will never come back and are only given to a select few. I'm also going to use these, because why not? I'm glad I don't ever get those, because, you know, if I lost all my progress, that means my one-of-a-kind unique item will never be mine again. Unless I waste a ridiculous amount of money trying to buy it from someone else. Like buying their account or something. Which I don't understand why people do. Like, why buy an account for a game? Why not just, like, not do that? You know? I don't know.
Well, what is it?
I desire to
Sorry, what
level up,
led?
doll. Please. Thank you. And level up my... Take away those two. No, two. Anyway.
Farewell.
My little inner monologue there. I need to buy the lantern from these guys too. Let me grab the hand lantern. I was feeling like something was missing, and something was missing. My hand lantern. It's useful, obviously. I mean, it allows you to see. It's just light. It's a good use of 2,000 echoes, I think it is. Yeah, I think it's 2,000 blood echoes. It's definitely a good use of those 2,000 echoes, allowing yourself to see in dark areas. Don't worry about the badge on the top of the place. We'll go back and get it after we're done with the Bloodstarved Beast. Because I'm just going to use this whole episode to deal with... I'm going to use this episode to deal with, the Bloodstarved Beast and everything. And Old Yarnum and the Bloodstarved Beast will be what is dealt with in this episode, and then the next episode we'll be killing Vicar Amelia, possibly the Witches of Hemwick if I hurry it up, or maybe not. We'll be dealing with Vicar Amelia, clearing out the Inner Cathedral Ward, and preparing for and possibly killing the Witches of Hemwick. Because, I mean, I got pretty far into Cathedral Ward. Pretty far. I got a decent length into Cathedral Ward, as well as, you know, that whole thing. So, if I keep my deaths to a minimum, and just kind of haul ass through and put looting to the wayside, then I can just go fight the Witches of Hemwick and not have to waste time in another episode using them, going back there to fight them, and then just like come back and loot the area off camera like I did in Dark Souls 3 a whole lot, which I don't know why I did. Like, I don't know why I genuinely went back and looted those areas. It's not like you guys would know if I didn't. But I don't want to do that in Bloodborne, because I kind of want to experience it with you guys. Also, this guy's about to kill me. Stupid-ass lycanthrope. But yeah, I want to experience my favorite game of all time at the pace I would always experience it. I would experience it for myself. Which is slow and methodical. I go through these games to play them, not to run through them like a goddamn madman trying to grab all the garbage. Or trying to get to the boss fight. There's only certain areas of these games that I do that in. Also, I love how quickly you get your buff on your weapon. It's just immediate. And it makes a world of difference in the damage department. Especially because the Bloodstarved Beast is weak to fire, I think? I mean, most enemies in the game are weak to fire. I think you can also parry them. think you can parry. Yeah, you can. But yeah, parry the Bloodstar Beast. It's just making the fight easier. I remember getting absolutely destroyed on this fight. I also remember not using Beast Blood pellets ever because I didn't know what they did. Like, not for harder bosses, not for easier ones. I just didn't use them straight up because I didn't know what they did. I'm not going to use another fire paper to fight him. Because, like, damage doesn't need to be that high. Gonna get in there and get a few hits. Because you got visceral attacks and everything. So my damage doesn't have to be, like, through the goddamn roof to beat him. Bloodstar Beast is definitely like Gascoigne, in the sense that he will absolutely destroy you. Like, Bloodstar Beast kicked my ass constantly. And he was probably the closest next to Gascoigne. Him and Gascoigne in the early game were the closest I ever got to quitting this game for a second time. We're returning to the Hunter stream because, oh yeah, we're gonna go back and get that item, but, you know, I wanted to return real quick. We're not gonna use these echoes that I got to level up. We're gonna sell some stuff to make together enough scratch to open up the main area. Okay, if I can loot that area, I don't need antidote. If I can loot that main area, like the big open place that precedes Vicar Amelia, or, you know, just go straight to Vicar Amelia, I might be able to squeeze her into the episode and then deal with the Witches of Hemwick in their whole place. But I don't really want to do that. I'd rather not. Like I said, I don't want to rush to bosses. Because I think the only game in the series I will be rushing to bosses through, other than Dark Souls 3, and even then I didn't really rush to bosses, I still took my time in most of the areas. I was just quick about looting, and did most of it off camera, because those areas are vast, and full of a bunch of items. So I didn't want to just be running around wasting a bunch of time, like, like, that series, I can guarantee you, it would be a lot longer than 16 episodes if I had to loot everything on camera, and do everything on camera. Because I remember going through basically the whole Ashes of Ariandel DLC by myself. And I also needed those things in between Dark Souls 3, because that was when I was having to grind constantly, so I liked those little moments of peace to myself. Like, those little moments to myself when I didn't have to commentate or talk. That means the same thing. When I didn't have to commentate or do anything, I could just kick back, relax, and play the game. Like, I wasn't playing for anybody. I didn't have to rush through it, even though I did, because I wanted to. Because I was extremely desperate to just knock one of these games off my list, off the roster of videos, not videos, of series that I have to make. Because, oh my god, staring down, having to play through so many Dark Souls games, and then Bloodborne as well as Sekiro, which Sekiro I'm playing through for my first ever time. Like, I have no idea what I'm doing in that game. It's crazy, dude. Like, it's insane. It was insane how much work I had to do to get to the New Game Pluses. I had to beat, collectively, Dark Souls 2 and 3 are together, all in quick succession, which, I mean, it may not sound bad, but, like, within, like, 2 days, I beat Dark Souls 1 2 times. I absolutely tore through that game. And then I tore through Dark Souls 2 in a few days, because there were, like, a few points where I genuinely got stuck. Not genuinely got stuck, but there's bosses in that game that I struggle with and I had a hard time with. Because, you know, I normally have a hard time with them, so why wouldn't I have a hard time with them normal? Like, on just basically a normal playthrough. But now that all that grinding is out of the way and having to play through all the games a ridiculous amount of times, and Dark Souls 3 is officially out of the way. Oh god, dog. Like, now that I know that there's no more grinding left to do and all there is one final playthrough for every game except Sekiro to get my not level up, to get these videos up and then play them again, and then only play them again for myself in my free time. It's invigorating, it's liberating. I feel great having one of these series tackled and down. Like, it's a great feeling, just getting it done. I don't actually know what series or game I'm going to play for the channel next. Also, you see those eyes that weren't once there? Yeah, that's also a result of the insight that I have. I have 17 insight. I think it's 20 or 25 that you start seeing the amygdalas. Anyways, this place is open, but we're not worried about that place yet. We'll get to that place later, because I can't even get to the interesting stuff there. Bagman over there will be the source of entertainment for our near future. Like, once I'm done with the Witches of Hemwick, we're gonna be paying Bagman there a little visit and letting him kill me. Because if you don't know, that's how you get to Yargul. Well, that's not the only way to get to Yargul, but that's how you get to Yargul early on. Like, before, I think it's going through either the nightmare. I don't remember how you get to Yargul originally, but I just know that's how you get to Yargul earlier on. Because, you know, it's Yargul. And Yargul's not bad. Like, okay, that's how you get to the beginning part of Yargul earlier in the game, where you can fight Parl and do all that stuff. And loot the dungeon area and everything. Because if that guy kills you, he kidnaps you in his sack and takes you to Yargul, where he puts you in the dungeon. And then you can fight your way through said dungeon to get to Dark Beast Parl and open up a door that I think is meant to be a shortcut into Old Yarnum. But that shortcut kinda sucks, because why would I want to go through Yargul? A hard area that is much longer than the shortcuts you offer me. Oh my god, that did a lot more damage than I expected it to. But why would I take that instead of just going through the normal shortcuts? Or I think it's meant to show you that, like, these places are all connected and give you a way out into an area that you're probably familiar with at that point. Or if you went there and fought the Bagman before going to Old Yarnum, it introduces you to the area for your first time. I don't know. Anyways, we're gonna take the lantern back, because it's faster, even though we have to sit through 2 loading screens to get to it. It's just gonna save more time, because if I die there, I want to respawn in the cathedral, not there in Old Yarnum. We're gonna go to Cathedral Ward. Cathedral Ward, unlike it's like the Hunter's Dream, but not. It's your main hub area. You're gonna be spending a decent bit of the game in this area, returning here to do whatever, because this place it's just kind of the main connector. And if you really want to get, like, into it, it is definitely the biggest place. Like, it connects to everything. It connects to the DLC, it connects to Old Yarn, it connects to the Witches of Hemwick place, it connects to the Nightmare Frontier, it connects to the Upper Cathedral Ward, it connects to just place after place after place. The list goes on, basically. You get the point. It just connects to a ton of areas. Also, these hat-wearing dudes with the sticks and lanterns, they are extremely easy to parry. They have the most generous parry window in the game. Just shoot at any point in their attack animation, and you'll get an instant stun for a visceral attack. But anyways, basically this whole place, it's like the tutorial area. Central Yarnum, well, it's not the tutorial area. Central Yarnum is your tutorial area. It teaches you the mechanics, it allows you to fight an easy boss and then test your skills extremely fast with gas coin to make sure you're ready for the challenges this game is going to offer you. And then it pushes you onwards into an area that connects to a whole bunch of other areas and may actually overwhelm the player, because I know I sure was overwhelmed the first time I came here. I had no idea where I was going or what I was doing. Also, I'm remembering where I'm supposed to go after these places. I know that you need to get a password. It's from Brigenworth, which is through a forest. I don't remember if you get the password from Brigenworth. Who knows? I can't remember. I know it'll hit me eventually, like I'll remember exactly where to go and everything. Also, you want to hear a little funny thing about my original playthrough of these games? I thought your gun was meant to do big damage, not open them up for parries, because I didn't know what parrying was. And now that I played this game and actually experienced this and know how to do everything, I just don't remember, like, the progress line, because Remy, get up, now is not the time to rest. See, that's why it's not the time to rest. But anyways, you know, like, everything I know, like, how to fight and everything like that. It's just that I don't remember the progression. Because, I mean, you do have, please forgive me for not remembering the progression of this game. It's genuinely been so long since I've last played Bloodborne that I cannot at all remember for the life of me where you go. I'm not saying I don't remember how you get to places. I'm saying that I genuinely don't remember how the order of the areas. I know how you get to places and I know what you need. It's just that I don't remember the order they go in. That's all. You're not gonna have to sit here and watch me bumble around and trying to stumble my way through areas and figure out what I'm meant to do. It's more so I'm having a moment of idiocy where I'm showing just how long it's been since I played Bloodborne. Like, genuinely, this is me kind of showing that I haven't played this game in a while. And you know what, screw it, I know I said we wouldn't rush to boss fights, but I want to fight Vicar Amelia, so I can get her out of the way. Yeah, I'm not saying Vicar Amelia's a bad boss, I just want to kind of get her out of the way to open up the next episode's schedule. Because said next episode could include the Witches of Hemwick, looting this whole area and the Witches of Hemwick area. Plus this literally is just a thing that I'm going to do because it's going to be a little easier on me to pack more things into my schedule. Not schedule, to pack more things into one video, so you get more action-packed videos. Or, you can tell me in the comments of which would you prefer. More action-packed rush videos where I kind of put looting by the wayside and run through areas quickly. Excuse me. Run through areas quickly, and if I don't run through them quickly, loot one area, then rush to the next to get to that boss fight. Well, not that boss fight. To get to the boss fight at the end. I'm gonna skip her cutscene because, you know, it's not much more. But yeah, Vicar Amelia turns into this weird looking thing. I think she can actually stop you from healing yourself with your blood vials. With like some little mist that she does. I head hit. Oh wait, that was a visceral attack opportunity that I missed. My bad. A downside of having the game audio turned down is I can't hear the visceral attack sound effect. Because they make a sound effect when they are open for a visceral attack. It goes like shink. You probably heard it when she lowered her head. It's meant to tell you that you did a whole lot of damage and they're ready to be hit even harder. Oh yeah, Vicar Amelia also does a grab attack like what's his name? Cleric Beast does. I'm trying to stay unlocked so I can hit her legs and stuff. So I can hit her arms and everything, but it makes it a little harder to see what she's doing. Because you are meant to hit them in the places. You're meant to break their limbs and rip them apart to open them up. Like, that's the strategy. Rip them up. Get behind their ass and rip them up. Visceral. Okay, I landed it this time. Viscerals generally are just good. Not even generally, they're just good. They give you a whole bunch of damage for literally free. They give you a whole bunch of damage as well as a little bit of time to breathe. A little bit of time to breathe. Yeah, I'm ripping Vicar Amelia up. Pieces of her are just ripping off. Not ripping off, but you know, I'm breaking all her limbs basically. I broke both her legs, one of her arms. I missed breaking the other one. I think now Eileen is ready for her quest to for her side quest to continue. Also, this is what you need to. I'm pretty sure this is the thing you need to make it to the next like required area, which is a road area. I think. And it leads to the Shadows of Yharnam and Brigenworth. Now I remember what to do. And then from there, when you defeat Rom the Vacuous Spider, I'm pretty sure you're taking to Yargul, where you can fight the One Reborn, and then go on upwards and get everything there. And also, you get the Eye of a Blood Drunk Hunter after beating Vicar Amelia. And to use said Eye of a Blood Drunk Hunter, which we might to go to the DLC a little early, because, you know, why wouldn't I?
Farewell, good.
I mean, you just go there, get better stuff. I'm gonna sell those because I don't use them. Like, you just go there, and you can go there to get stronger blood shards and stuff, and really strong blood gems as well. So you can you know, be ready for all that.
Welcome, Odin. Very well.
But anyway, I'm considering not even bothering with my. No, it's not even luck. I think it. What is it that increases your discovery? It's arcane that increases your discovery. I'm not bothering with my arcane, as you can tell. I care about strength, stamina, and health. I'm not gonna bother upgrading arcane because 1, I don't use magic, and 2, I can just buy blood vials if I need them. And even if I don't want to buy them, like, I just sit there. If I don't wanna, I can just go farm for them. Like, these are not hard to farm for. Oh, I can't put a blood gem on my gun yet. But anyways, I'm gonna end this episode here. If you enjoyed, good. When we next come back, but first let me check. I think it's Tomb of Odin. Yep, not functioning at this time. That means that what's her name? Eileen has her side quest going. So you know what? We're gonna rush there, possibly help her out with that hunter. Be careful not to hit Eileen when she's fighting the hunter and you're helping her. Just be careful not to hit her, because I'm pretty sure even if you're helping her and you kill that guy, I think if you hit her too much, she turns aggressive, or you could possibly kill her. So yeah, don't do that. I didn't mean to come to this one, but hey, that's fine. If I have to go there and kill this guy off camera, I will. You already know where to go. Go back to the place where you killed the Gascoigne, and you can continue her side quest. And then, if my memory is serving, once again, it's been a while, like I've said, and excused many a time. You kill Rom, then return here to have the next part of her side quest done. No, actually not the next part, the final part of her side quest. This is where you complete her side quest. It would be cool if she came for you. Like if she hunted you. And that's how you complete her side quest, by having to put her down. Because like she hunted you. Either that or like you complete her side quest by giving in and letting her kill you. Kinda like Gehrman. But then again, it would be an interesting thing to see where the hunters respawn. Like the hunters you kill, like Eileen, they respawn in the dream. Or when you kill them, they come to the dream and become NPCs that you can talk to around there. That'd be interesting to see as well. But anyways, we're gonna rush there and go try and get the next part of her side quest done, because I just genuinely want to do her side quest on camera, but if I can't, that's fine. What we're gonna be doing next episode, since I've also basically looted this whole area, like this whole cathedral. Like I've looted the cathedral, looted all of Old Yarnum, killed the Bloodstarved Beast, killed Vicar Amelia. I'm about to progress Eileen's side quest. Like, genuinely, I think this series is going to be, it's going to be a quick one if we keep up with this pace of killing at least 2 bosses an episode. Like, we kill 2 bosses an episode, which I doubt is going to happen every episode. This is the guy that's aggressive, by the way. He has a saw cleaver. But he also has a flintlock pistol. Not flintlock, he has a pistol. Which is ass. As you can tell, he is a lot stronger than me. Just based on how much damage my visceral attack does. Let alone my normal attacks. Yeah, this guy is a lot more strong. A lot more powerful than you are. So yeah, help Eileen, but don't get yourself killed, like I did. I died. Next episode we're going to be taking down Hemwick Lane, and the Witches of Hemwick, and all that. I'm gonna probably spend all my insight before heading there. Because, you know, I don't want to deal with those spaghetti dudes. They're weird and annoying. And you know what? We're actually gonna end this episode, like I said, by helping her. By helping, what's her name? Eileen. I was gonna go over there and deal with the hunters that lead to the place that has the Nightmare Frontier. But, you know. And I don't have the Nightmare Frontier unlocked anyway, so there's really no point going over there now other than to kill those hunters and loot the place. And, you know, I'm gonna do something that I don't normally do, and I'm just gonna skip that place for now and come back when I have the Tonsil Stone, so I'm stronger and able to just go to the Nightmare Frontier. Because you need the Tonsil Stone to go in there and do everything. Also, there is a spider NPC in the Nightmare Frontier. Kill him. Or don't. If you kill him, then he won't come back later, which is kind of a good thing. But if you don't kill him, he will come back in the Nightmare Frontier, where he will push you off of a cliff into a poison swamp thing, where there's a bunch of enemies, and it's just generally annoying. But I think it might actually be the only way to get down there. If you die, or if you wait a little longer, and you return here, these two will already be fighting. But yeah, I'm gonna mostly just get a hit in and back off, so Eileen can do her job. This is more of a fight that you watch than you participate in. And I was wrong about being able to kill her, because you can't see her health bar. If you can't see their health bar, it means they can't die. Or no, wait, she died. Oh no. Oh no. Oh, that's awful. Oh god. No.